Hello, loves. Welcome to the Power Posse Podcast. I'm Kristin.
I'm Stacie.
And I'm Ann.
And this is a place where women gather to power up, speak truth, and ride the waves of this wild, beautiful life together with courage, connection, and a little bit of sass.
Today, if you're joining us, we are going to be talking about our recent interview with Dr. Diana Jones, who is the Chief Dental Officer at Eastern Iowa Health Center. She is funny and bright, and she really had a lot of things to share with us about being a woman and really kind of having an aha moment, an awakening moment of deciding to go back to school in her mid-20s and why she got to that point in her life, what it was that made her want to have a career switch, the challenges of doing something like that, and then where she's at now with her job and her life and why she does what she does. She works with a population of people that tends to be disadvantaged, and she really, really loves working with that population of people. She saw a need, and she wanted to be part of the solution, and she really is just an amazing asset to have to our community.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Love Diana. Diana Jones. And because sometimes the conversation after the conversation is where the real shift happens, this is where we unpacked what moved us, what challenged us, and how we're making meaning of it in our own lives, what we heard from Diana.
Mm-hmm. So grab your tea, your journal, or just your whole beautiful self, and let's talk about what was up, what cracked us open, and how we carry it forward together with your Power Posse.
All right. Let's get into it.
Yes, ma'am. All right. What do we want to start with? One of the things that I thought was really cool that it has kind of been like a mantra maybe or a reoccurring theme from all of our guests so far is that, I know we ask it as a question, I know, but the fact that these people, all of these women, these amazing women have had these shifts in their lives that made them say, I want more, or I want better, or I want to do something different with my life. I want to grow. I want to challenge myself. I want to see what I'm worth, and I want to find a way to make what I want to happen. And Diana is a perfect example of that. California born and raised, ended up coming here to Iowa, went to Grinnell College. She was in her mid-20s when she decided that she wanted a career shift. She'd been working down at a clinic in Iowa City, and she was working in billing. And during that time frame, she worked with a lot of populations, again, that were underserved. And she got to see the challenges that a lot of those people experienced when they were trying to get the healthcare help that they needed. And she shared that her mother-in-law was really supportive and encouraging, as was her husband, of her going back to school. And she chose to go to school to be a dentist. And you know, I think one of the things that was like so fascinating, and I have so much mad respect for her, is while she was in school, she was a very young mom. I mean, she said her program was 4 years or 6 years?
4 years. Dental school.
Of dental school, which is a lot of mouths to be in.
A lot of work.
And a lot of work.
Yep.
And she had a baby, and I think she had both of her kids actually at the
she had
same
a little
time.
one.
And a little one, like a 1-year-old.
And then was pregnant. Yes.
Yeah, and then was
had her
pregnant.
second.
And I just think, oh my God, like how exhausting you are, and or exhausted. She's not exhausting. Exhausted you are.
Yeah.
And how school, I think back to being in college myself and the amount of work and studying and all of that. And she was going back and forth and really doing an incredibly intensive program. And yet she got up and she did it every single day, and she persevered. And I just found that so encouraging and empowering, but also so cool that so many of the women that we've had on our show, and ourselves included, we've had that moment in our lives where we're like, I want to do something different, or I'm not happy.
Where we weren't willing to settle.
Yeah, exactly.
We weren't willing to just sit in where we were. We wanted something more, and we just felt that and knew that something had to change.
Yeah.
You know? And that, I think, is, I mean, obviously it's a running theme, but I think it's not just us and our guests. I think this is something that all women, and whether you're in your mid-20s or your mid-50s or any other age, I just think that this is something that people go through, and so often we just find ourselves just staying somewhere.
Staying stagnant.
Yeah. And just not listening to maybe the signs that our life is telling us But when we do, and we're willing to put in the work to make the changes,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal what can happen and where people can go with that.
So for both of you guys, sharing as much as you want to share, what was your aha moment? Because we've asked our guests, like, what was your aha moment? What was it that made you be like, I don't want this anymore, or I want something different, or I want more? Are either of you guys willing? Oh my God, this is attacking me. Are either of you guys willing to share?
Ooh, look, it's very quiet.
I
all of a
know.
sudden.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
it
easy for us
is.
to ask the questions, but
Yeah.
it's like, what is it for us that was it? I mean, I know I've talked about, for me, I just wasn't happy anymore. I wasn't happy. And I knew I could be happy. I wanted to be happy. And I wasn't. I was shut down. I was going through the motions with a lot of things. I wanted more. I wanted better. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to find myself. And I knew that if I stayed in the situation that I was at, in the marriage that I was in, that those things would never happen. And I felt that if I continued to do that, that I would not only would be letting myself down, but I would be failing my kids as well. So I chose to step out and away to try to make those changes, stepped into the unknown, which is absolutely terrifying. But I just felt like if I would have stayed there, I would have continued even more so to lose myself to the point where I failed to exist. And so I needed to find that teeny tiny little spark that was still in there and nurture that and turn that into a fire to be like, you can do this. You can do hard things. You know, Jen's talked about that too, but you can do hard things and you are the person who is in charge of your life.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that. Yeah, I think, you're the person in charge of your life. I mean, I'm still learning that.
Absolutely.
I'm still recognizing that, hearing that even from you, and still having to say to myself, yes, you are in charge of your life. It is your life. And I think that's because for me, I was living a life that was expected of me and the life I thought I was supposed to live and the life that I was, I think, a side character in somebody else's.
That's so
life.
hard.
That's what I
so
felt
hard.
like, that I was not the main character of my
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And that, and then, just a supportive role. I know I'm using theater, aren't I? Kind of, yes. But that makes
Supporting
sense to me. It
actress,
makes
yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That in somebody else's, being a part of someone else's story instead of having my own story. And and then I was like, wait a minute, what is this my life? I think
Right.
that was one of the many moments, spark moments, change moments, where I was like, okay, this is my life. Did I choose this? Is this what I want? Am I doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm here for? Is it meaningful to me? Yeah. And I think that was sitting with those questions and looking at it going like, no.
Yeah.
And if this is my life, this is my rest of my life is going to be like this.
Yeah.
Like it's on this path and I can see. And I'm looking all the way out. I don't know how long I'm going to live, so I'm in my 40s or 50. I'm 56 now, and I'm looking and I'm going, that makes me sad. I don't want that to be my life.
It's like that Bon Jovi song. It's my life. It's now or never. I mean, it's like,
It is. Yeah. That is.
I think for me, it was a lot of, there was a significant amount of mistreatment. And I think it got to the point for me where I didn't know who I was anymore,
Yes.
but I didn't like who I was. And I didn't like
can relate.
and I didn't like who this relationship brought out in me. And it was, of course, there were difficult things within the relationship itself. But I also think that just something, I don't know if it was just it happened over time or if it was a specific instance, but it just brought out this feeling in me of this isn't who I am. I don't like this. This is not how I behave. This is not, these are not the kinds of things I say. This is not the kind of life that I'm meant to have.
Yeah.
And that made me profoundly sad. And so I think I kind of went into a sadness over it, and then as I kind of started to try to climb out, I remember talking to my dad on the phone at one point and telling him that I felt like I just needed to keep one nostril above the water. And that was literally where I was. I just was just barely surviving, and I just needed to climb out of that. And so I think for me, it was definitely looking within myself and not liking what I saw. And that was the moment when I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be this anymore.
Yeah. I definitely relate to that. It's a crisis of identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's that it's that, who am I? Is this who I am? Like, and then, this journey now of this alignment with, right?
Yeah.
Of alignment with who I actually am, my essence.
Right.
You know,
but it's so
it's a
hard.
journey.
Yeah.
Of who is Anne? Who is Kristin? Who is Stacie?
Yeah. Mine a lot
Figuring
was too
that
like,
out.
who is this all?
Yes.
Like, is this it?
Yes.
Like, if this is it and this is all, I don't want this.
Living small, right?
Oh, 100%. Shrinking
Yes.
yourself to stay within the
Yes.
perimeters of someone else's expectations or desires, or not necessarily at that point for me, not really caring, because I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm the kind of person that when I finally figure things out and I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Get to that
and then
point.
I didn't really care about being in my marriage anymore. And it was more about what do you have to do to get through the day? Who has to be where? Who has to be at what appointment? You know, what kid
Just
has to
going
be
through the
picked up from when?
motions.
Absolutely.
Everything
Going
is
through the
logistics.
motions.
Yep.
It's just
It's logistics. And I think that's
And that's
kind
not
of
living.
No, and I think it's like
No.
a defense mechanism as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you
It's how we
focus on all
survive.
that, then you don't have to be like, oh, I am really not happy, and I'm really going to have to make some hard decisions. And even though I knew deep down in me what that decision was going to be, that's still an awful thing, because you don't want to hurt people. You know, at least I did not want to hurt people. And I knew that I was going to hurt my kids. I knew that I was going to, you know, even hurt my ex. And as my kid's father, I didn't want to do that to that person. But I also didn't want to keep going to bed every night. And like I said, think, this is it. Like, is this it? Is this all?
Yeah, hurting yourself
100%.
because you matter too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I
And
think
how
that,
you feel
that-
matters.
Yeah.
That shutting down is it's our body's reaction, and it's obviously, it means you're out of alignment, you're dysregulated.
Yes.
And that is, we need to notice that, and we need to realize that. And
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of that spark moment is going to be. I think as we talk to more and more women and people about this, I think that's going to become a recurring theme as well,
Yeah.
of just noticing it, that it's
Yes.
been there, and we've just pushed it down and pushed it down and pushed it down. And then either something happens that brings about, and it's literally a spark that happens, or it's just like a slow burn that eventually, like, oh shit,
Of a realization.
Yeah.
Yes.
what have I been living? Who have I
Yeah.
been?
Yeah.
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 That's what I liked. Diana shared that she was working at the clinic. She was going to go to medical school. She was working in financial area actually. But that you're talking about the noticing.
Yeah.
Like, and for her, it was somebody else that noticed. I think she said it
husband,
was her
yeah.
husband and that's what it can be. Sometimes it's like we're not recognizing it yet, but maybe a spouse or a friend or even her mother-in-law was the one she said who encouraged her to go to dental school.
Well, not actually.
But yeah, recognizing that that you don't seem. You could say it. Like, sometimes I think it's you don't seem okay or you don't seem happy, I think is what, but it really what's going on is you're like you said, you're dysregulated. That's what's being noticed.
Yes.
You're not in alignment with who you really are and what you're really supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be living.
Right.
And it's not just shutting down. It's like, I think it's like shutting down and shutting up. Right?
both.
Like you make yourself smaller, you make yourself
Yes.
quieter. Like I think back to like how I was in that and I'm like, oh my God, that is not me. And it's kind of crazy because I talked to a friend a couple of years ago after I told them that I was getting divorced and he was like, and I told him, you know, I'd moved out and everything. And he said, you sound so much happier. And he's like, I remember, you know, talking to you and it became lesser and lesser. And every time I talked to you, I was so concerned because you seemed lesser and lesser. And he said, and now you seem like your old self,
Yeah.
you know, because you learn that if you're not heard or you're not valued, then what is the point in speaking at all?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but I am not a quiet little person. So it just makes me sad for that person who thought that they had to shrink themselves to continue to survive. But it also,
We can all go like this.
yeah. But it also empowered me to realize like, I won't do that again. Like I will never do that again.
Yes.
And I would say that to any woman out there. If you are finding that you are shutting yourself down, if you are shrinking yourself to be
Staying quiet.
yes, staying quiet. And if you are trying to be somebody for somebody else and losing yourself in the process, you have the ability and the strength within you, whether you realize it or feel it, to reclaim yourself and reclaim your power and become the best and happiest version of yourself. And it is not easy and it can take work and maybe it is
And
easy.
time.
But you can do it. And I give you, not that you need it, but we all here give you permission to be that person and take that step.
Yeah.
Like
Give
we
yourself
support
permission.
you. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, and I
100%.
think too, there's a shame.
Oh, yeah.
That comes along with this.
Yes.
A profound shame.
Yeah.
But look at Renee. You know, like she was a pastor at a church down south and her ex-husband, she didn't really touch on it, but I know her well and I know that he did things that were horrible. And instead of being on her side and defending her, she was really the one who was put through the ringer because of her position at a church for someone else's actions that she had no responsibility for.
Yep. And
Well,
also
and-
this idea that you should just be like, well, but look at what you have. Look who you're
Right.
with. Look at this. What about your kids? And that you should be grateful. You should be thankful. Look at all the things. And it's like, it doesn't mean that we're not grateful for the things
Right.
that we've had or experiences we've had or that there isn't anything positive going on.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, and also too, again, just talking about the different kinds of shame, but
Yes.
also feeling like a failure, like, oh, I can't do the wife. I can't be a wife. Like, everybody can be a wife. Why can't I do this? You know, why? What have I done wrong? Which, of course, was a big part of what I went through. Was everything was me doing something wrong.
Right.
But I think that there's just so much of that going on as well that it's hard to step out of that.
Yeah.
It's like that other 80s song. Like I'm like full of little songs in my head right now.
you
Remember
are.
that one?
You are full of
That What About
songs.
Me one? You know, what about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough. Now I want my share. Remember that one?
Yeah, remember that
Yeah,
one.
can't you
I love
see?
that. I'm writing down that lyric right now. That's a battle
I mean,
cry
it's
lyric.
a little
right
slower there
Yes.
than, whipping it out. But yeah, that's what it says. It's what about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough. Now I want my share. Can't you see? I want to live. But you just take more than you give.
Ooh,
Okay.
that is powerful.
Truth right there.
Yes.
I don't know who you were in the 80s, but thank you for your power ballad.
Yes.
Yes. You can contact us at the Power Posse at gmail.com.
Love that so much. Yeah. Well, and that's what talking about a posse that I mean, we've done that for each other.
Yeah.
Helping to recognize those things.
Yep.
Diana, it was her spouse that recognized that. It was, she said people she worked with
Yep.
that recognized it.
Yeah. And can we just touch on this too, of what an amazing relationship that they have, that he was
Yeah.
able, but yeah, he was able to come forward and just know her and see this within her, that she wasn't happy. And that, that's just such a beautiful thing, that she had this person looking out for her like that, and who knew her so well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
A true partner
Yes,
that
a
was
true
like,
partner.
that
Yep.
was like, maybe, he was okay, but he's like, yeah, but you're not okay.
Yeah.
And I can see that. And knowing that her making this decision and going back to school and
Was
having
gonna
a
mean-
young child,
yeah.
and then they had decided they wanted a second child, and doing that as well, and that reaching out to family, because
Right.
mother-in-law watched her 1-year-old, I think she said.
Yep. Yep.
That it was going to have to be everybody on deck, everybody working together to
Right.
make it possible for her to go to school and to reach this goal of becoming a dentist. And then really that she wanted to be a dentist to those who are marginalized.
And
who
her
don't
husband is
don't have
super
the
busy
care.
too. He's a lawyer.
That he also has his own career, but
Yeah, and
that
I think he might have even been in law school too, while she was in dental school.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, as busy as he was as well, that he was so in tune, I'm like, kudos to you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, and that posse effort.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was right.
Takes
it was
a village.
It was family.
Yeah.
It was everybody.
You don't
working
have to be a
together.
kiddo. You can be a grown up. It takes a
Yeah.
village. It takes a
Yep.
posse.
Yep.
You need people in your corner to lift you up and to say to you,
Yes.
I believe that you can do these things.
and to help you keep going.
Absolutely. And how can I help
Persevere.
you? Absolutely. That's such a huge thing, because so many people don't ask for help. We're so conditioned to not ask for
We should
help.
be able to just do it ourselves, right?
We are strong Norwegian, German people. We are women. We do it
or
all.
we're just that American individualism.
Yeah.
Independence
And it's
to a
so
fault.
unhealthy. It's so unhealthy, because I don't know anybody who's ever asked someone for help and that person is like, no. Now, are there people who are jackasses and would be like, no, figure it out yourself? Sure. But like in pretty much every situation, if you ask someone for help, they're honored that you ask them. And they're like, how can I help you? And if they don't have the means in one way or another to help, then a lot of times people will be like, but I know somebody who can help. It's just we just don't ask. And I will tell you, if you ever ask people for help and they're like, no, figure it out yourself, move on. Like, you don't need that person in your life.
Those are no people.
Those are no people, and
Red
we need
flags. Nope.
people. We need green flags. We need green flag people. Life is too short and life is too chaotic to have people who rain on your parade and are not supportive of you.
Yeah.
And again, that could be a whole nother show where we talk about, but I feel like I can fix them. You don't want to fix them.
Nope.
You want to move on.
Nope.
Move.
And you're just like, that's a delete.
But that is such a hard thing, asking for help. And
Oh my God,
yes.
yes.
I mean, you guys know me really well, and you know that I have so much trouble. I have trouble asking for any kind of help. And that's, you have both taught me that it's okay to ask for help.
It is
Yes.
And it's definitely something that I do more, because I have learned from you guys that, yes, if I ask, you'll get it. You'll get the help that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you either have to ask to point out that you need the help, or someone knows that you need the help, but they don't want to offer it because they don't want you to feel like you can't do it on your own.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't want to offend you.
Yeah.
They
Yep,
don't want to
yep.
make you feel like you should be able to do something. And I think a lot of times those are parameters that we put on ourselves.
Yeah,
We're not
absolutely.
trusting the people in our life enough to ask them for the help that we need. Like the people that we love and trust and depend on, we love and trust and depend on them for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So we should be able to ask them those things and give them the opportunity to not only help you, but also a lot of times to kind of show you who they are.
Yeah, to come alongside. And also that part of asking for help, it's not a weakness.
God,
to
no,
need
it's a
help.
strength.
It's not.
No.
We need each other.
Yeah.
You know, and it really is. Actually,
and
it takes
So
more
much
strength to
strength.
say, like, you know what? And just belief in self that, like, I know myself and I need help right now. That's actually a sign of strength, like you said,
Yeah,
not
but
weakness.
it's not a sign of strength is not asking for help to the point where
Yeah.
you literally find yourself laying on your bed face down with 5 empty pizza boxes around you because you haven't been able to leave all weekend because you can't move.
You've just gotten so to a place.
Yeah, and no shame if you want to eat 5 boxes of pizza. I'm totally cool with that. But you have. Oh, I know. I'm so hungry right now. But you do. You have to have that. I don't want to say inner strength or fortitude because I don't ever want anybody to think that like, oh, well, you're saying I don't have inner strength or fortitude. Not at all.
You've got it.
You all have it. It's just tapping into that. And I think you and I have talked about this before. A lot of times it's about pride. It's about us feeling like I can do everything by myself. And in some cases, sure you can. But should you have to? And do you really want to? Right. I mean, I think that's a trauma response personally. I'll do it by myself. I mean, I know that I was like that in my marriage. I'll do it by myself. I'm not going to depend on you. If I don't depend on you, if I don't ask you, you can't disappoint me.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to worry. And then I don't have to get angry at you because you're not doing it the way I want it done or you're not doing it when I want it done. So I just learn from your behavior what I can depend on and what I can't depend on. And so rather than me constantly putting myself out there, I'm just going to do it myself. And that hyper independence is a total trauma response.
Yes.
And it's
can
hard.
It can also verge on martyrdom.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Of
yes.
having that feeling, which
Yes.
is to me a form of victimhood.
Absolutely. I mean, that is your cross that you are choosing. And when you then move on to a healthy relationship, it's very easy a lot of times to start to self-sabotage that because you are so conditioned to think that this is what to expect that you don't give somebody the opportunity to partner alongside you.
Yeah.
And that's not fair
we
to
get
that person
so
either.
stuck in our own patterns of needing to thinking that we need to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
I want to show that I'm strong. I'm independent.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't need you. Well, that's great to be strong and independent, but it's okay to want to be loved.
Yes.
It's okay to want a partner. It's okay to want a soft place to land.
Yeah.
Those are okay things.
Yeah. But there's a learning curve in it too.
There's a
if you
huge
like
learning
you said,
curve.
if you've never experienced that
Absolutely.
before, it's a learning curve to
It
be
is.
able to
Yeah.
do that and
And also to be
understand
able
how it
to
works.
trust
Yep.
Yes, to
the other
trust.
person, to be able to trust yourself.
Yep.
I know I've definitely gone through I clearly don't have good taste, so so maybe I should just not.
I think you
I've
have
definitely
very
gone
good
through that.
taste.
No, but I mean, I've gone through that
I think
feeling
you just,
within myself.
I think you're just one of these lovely people who have weirdos attracted to them. Like, no offense to weirdos, but I think that you're so sweet and so kind that they're like, ooh, I'm going to glob onto that one over there. And you're like, no.
No, just no.
Not today. No, thank you.
No more globbing.
No, thank you.
And I'm also there to stand and be like, nope.
I know,
Yes,
you
you
see.
are.
You are.
I see through it. And she is my friend.
You're giving me the look and you're
This
like,
is a
what
posse.
the hell is that?
This is posse. And I'm like, nope.
Simmer down there, little woman.
Right. Feisty, I believe.
Feisty little woman.
I was called feisty.
You're a feisty little woman.
She's very feisty.
No, I was called the little woman.
Oh, you're the little woman. Oh, you're a little woman and you're feisty. I'm nothing.
Yeah, there's definitely, folks, there's definitely a story here, but we'll maybe go into this another day.
If you're a woman and you have a strong belief or opinion and you share it, you're feisty.
It's okay.
Apparently.
It's a good thing to be feisty. It's a good thing to know who you are and what you want. It's totally fine.
Feisty is
funny.
one of those like quirky.
Yeah.
Like, it actually is a good thing, but it's gotten such a bad rap.
Yeah, it's like, is that a compliment?
Thank
I'm going
you.
to take it as a compliment. But I don't know that you mean it as a compliment. But
But
you
I'll
know
take
what?
it that way because I'm strong
I'm
within
gonna take it
myself.
'cause
Damn
yes.
it.
right.
Yes,
Go,
I
thank you
am.
instead of thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah. So Diana, kind of circling back to her, is definitely feisty. She is strong,
In the
independent.
best use of that word.
In the best use of that word, because she is a strong person who knew what she wanted, who went after what she wanted, and who is using what she wanted for good in our community.
Yeah.
And the work that she does is hard, and it a lot of times can break your heart. And she gets up every day determined with her team to make a difference in the world. And I have so much respect for people who can do that these days, who just keep getting up and keep fighting the good fight and keep trying to be the light in the world, because we all know we need more light, we need more love, we need more of that in the world. We need more being seen and heard. And her and her team under her leadership do an incredibly amazing job of that.
Yeah.
Well, and I love some of the stories that she shared about
Oh my gosh,
just
yeah.
the care that she takes with people, whether it be her students, she had that story, or, you know, her patients, her colleagues. Yeah, I just was very impressed, because I know how hard it is to work in a nonprofit and to work with people who, you know, it can be draining.
Yeah.
And yet those of us who are in the nonprofit world or the helping world, we know that it brings about more within us to be able to give that help and care.
Yeah. And she works
she's
with a lot of
like
people
the
in pain too.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
you throw that in there, because you do,
experiencing
you know,
pain.
with what you do too. A lot of the
Yep.
people you work with are in pain.
Yep.
So, you know, when people are in pain, a lot of times they are not necessarily nice, you know, and I totally get that. I mean, it makes sense. And so they know that a lot of times people that they are going to see are in pain or they are hurting, and they take that out on the person who is trying to help them. But, you know, like more often than not, so many times, because of the compassion that she has towards people and because of the respect in seeing who people
You can
are.
see and hear it.
Absolutely.
In her. I love
mean,
that.
she really honestly is a world changer in what it is that she does and how she cares for people and gets people to see themselves for the person that she sees them at as well. And that is such a gift and such an amazing thing to have, especially with a lot of the population of people that she works with who feel so unheard to begin with.
And she's humble.
Very much
And
so.
she's very real.
Yep.
I just find all of that just so inspiring.
Absolutely.
And even she even shared the part about when she was going through school and how hard it was, and then and not getting to be with her kids.
Yes.
Making that sacrifice, but they all had decided together that that was
Right.
going to be a sacrifice that she was making, but that she would cry
Every weekend,
on the
she said,
weekends.
yeah.
Yes. And just like when she's saying that, I'm just like feeling that
Yeah.
as she's saying that.
Yeah.
And yet, because she still knew though that this is what I meant to do, you know, and she did have that time with her child, and then she had time after it too with her children. But being able to even step back and see that bigger picture,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and she's doing what she's meant to be doing, and you can see and feel that, and that she's filling up other people's cups, and her cup is being totally filled to overflow as well.
Yeah.
That's
And to
such
be
a
able
beautiful
to
thing.
see that she knows that that's where she's headed.
Yes,
Even though it's so hard when she was going through it. I mean, just to think about her crying every weekend when she's not able to
For
be
4
with her
years.
kids, or for,
I mean, my
yeah,
gosh.
but to see where she knew she was headed and how much she knew she was going to be able to help her family and all the people that she was choosing to help.
Yeah.
And I just think that's
yeah, and the example for her kids.
yes.
And then she was
absolutely.
sharing
Yes.
about how her daughter, shadowing with her, and segue for that with her daughter,
The
helped her to
songs
pick
and-
out
yep.
what her
Her mantra.
her mantra.
mantra, the swear word,
Her swear
what was
word.
it? Can you say that, Mom?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to? Are they allowed to talk like that on their show?
Yes,
you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. And yeah, and fuck seems to be the most popular
for sure.
word.
Fuck yeah.
What is it? Out of 4, 3 out of 4. Fuck is their favorite swear word.
Yep. Yeah.
3 out of 4.
What is yours?
Powerful women.
What is yours?
I don't know. You know, I went through a long time of like not swearing ever growing up. It's just, you know, the circumstances of my growing up and that
Are you
swearing.
making up
Not
for it
allowed
now?
to swear. Not allowed to swear. And then I didn't really swear up through high school. I know, it's true. And then, such a good girl. And then, that's loaded. Good girl. Anyway, another podcast. Yeah. And then in college, I think I was just like, oh, yeah, I've licensed now. I'm out on my own and I'm swearing. And then, yeah. And then stopped again after that. This is another. So I was married and very conservative and religious and all of that stuff. And like, shouldn't swear. A lady does not swear.
Okay,
so all of
I'm
that.
Just
so there was so much, and so now, now, I don't know when it started. I remember having this conversation even with my son, like, "Mom, they're just words.
Yeah,
they're just words, Mom." And so now I think he thinks it's really funny and fun when
you drop
swear.
One. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope. Does it sound natural when I swear? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it sounds natural.
Maybe it doesn't.
I just think like, with your background in theater and everything, it always just makes me laugh when you swear because I feel like you're dropping an F-bomb like on stage, and I feel like I should be like, oh, and like clap because it's like demonstrative and performative. It's just real. It's like perfect. It's just funny. It cracks me up when you do it. Like,
I know. I feel it's becoming part of my regular, what is that, vernacular?
You're growing.
That it's just in there. It's kind of peppered in there. Like I like to cook. And so it's like, adding the right spice mix, the seasoning, and that it's like, and then of course, I think I sent that article out about swearing and how it's like, it's actually good for your health.
It is good for your health.
Right? Shared that about how it's stress relieving and all those things.
Yes.
And we've talked about that with our guests as well, using the F word. That's what I would have said in the past. The F word.
The F-bomb.
What is the F word? Let's all say it together. Fuck.
Did everyone say a different word? Seriously.
Fuck. Okay.
What's yours, Kristin?
I don't know. Fuck, shit. I don't know.
No.
I think, honestly, both. And I use them fairly
Interchangeably.
Yeah.
Well, and interchangeably, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I swore in front of my parents. Yeah. I was in high school and I was all ready to go out, having dinner with the fam before going out because we always had dinner together when we could. And I spilled spaghetti like all down my front. And like, shit. And I looked down and I was like trying to wipe it off or whatever and realized that I had said it and I refused to look up. And I just got up from the table and I went down the hall to try to, clean it up and change my shirt, whatever. And I came back and I just sat back down. I could not look at my parents, my mom and my stepdad. I couldn't.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't look at them. And the funny thing is, like, they both swore all the time.
Yeah,
but it was
that's
just one of those
different.
things of,
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
what I always told my kids, too,
Yeah.
when they were little. Like, when you're an adult, you can choose whether you're going to say that or not. But right now, I'm the adult and I'm choosing that you're not going to.
Which doesn't
And this
really
is
make
something that
sense when you
can-
think about it, but
well,
whatever.
But it's something you can put into your vocabulary when it isn't just for show,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah,
That's funny.
It was, I was so embarrassed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
What did you already say what yours is?
Oh, I vary. It just depends
I
on the
know.
mood.
See, it's sort of like a.
I like fuckity
mix.
fucks because
Wow,
I think
I like
fuckity
that.
fuck is just kind of fun. It's a happier version.
It's a
It's like
spin
you're
on.
skipping through the forest.
Spin on
Fuckity
it.
fuck. I mean, it's like I don't know.
What was the other one that she said? She said,
A shit sandwich.
"Go eat a shit sandwich."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that a
Shit
lot.
sandwich. Yeah. Yeah, my mom used to say, like, if you swear, like, even as an adult, like, I wouldn't drop a ton of F-bombs, but she would just go, language.
Language.
Just, I'm like, mother, I'm like 30 some years old for crying out language after one word. I'm like, okay.
Judy, I love her.
I know, Jude. The Jude.
Shout out to Judy.
Shout out to Judy. And like, when you were talking, I was like, and you were like, and I was at church, I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, you guys know, I used to be a pastor. Okay, I hate to break this to people, but
We swear a lot.
pastors swear a lot because we love our congregation, but you guys are a lot. I'm just saying.
And you need to. It's
We
stress
need to
relieving.
call out to the Lord to give us guidance so that we can better serve you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we were talking about her daughter, Diana's daughter. And so she helped her with the swear word, picking that, but then also her
The mantra.
the mantra or the battle cry.
What gets her out of bed. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Pump
That's
up
what it
the
was.
jam.
Pump up
The jam.
Yeah.
And then she was talking about, and Logan was going to help us with that. With
that show with the
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
show, the BBC show.
Yes.
Conk.
The
Conk
Yeah.
on Earth.
Philomena
I feel
Conk.
like I'm saying a swear word when I say conk, which I'm sure is what we're supposed
I
to
think
call
that's
it.
on purpose.
Yeah.
With
Well,
a
just like
K.
the
Power Posse.
just by the way, the Power Posse. Exactly. Somebody mentioned that to me. Well, posse kind of sounds like pussy, and I said,
Yes, it does.
"Yep, we thought of that."
Sex sells.
Yeah, that comes up a lot when I talk to people about it.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Sex sells.
It's supposed
I'm just
to,
saying.
right?
It's supposed
We're
to.
not dumb. We
Come
know.
on, we know.
understand.
We know.
We get it. Oh, that's it. Oh, there she is.
Okay.
She kind of
So
looks
yeah,
like one.
this is the trailer for Conk on Earth.
Okay.
If you've never heard of it before.
She looks kunky.
And you said it's on Netflix. I can watch
this. Yeah, it started on BBC and I believe it's on Netflix now.
it. Nice.
I like her bump
Okay.
out of her hair.
It's on my watch list.
Here, I'm going to turn around and watch
It's
this
very
way,
like 60s bump out. It's very
so
cute.
we can all be watching.
Let's see if this works.
Shall we watch it this way?
Apparently, I've only been given half a minute to tell you about my venture up humanity. That's hardly long enough to explain.
I
the
already love
pyramids.
her.
It's obviously just big bricks in a triangle. I'll be asking questions. What was the Soviet onion? And go to every corner of a globe without corners. Do we know if China has a roof? Join me, Philomena Conk.
This is Conk on Earth.
I am
Watch on
in.
PCI player.
My
Was that quick
God.
enough?
That's
I
hysterical.
spelled kunk wrong, so I'm going to correct that on my notes.
So watching that show.
I just
So-
love the faces of the people. They're
Yes.
like, what the holy
And
hell?
they're real. Like, they're not.
They're real experts, but they're aware. My understanding is they're aware when they're being interviewed that
yeah.
they're on a mockumentary style show, so they play along with it.
Yes.
But they're real experts.
Oh my God.
My
So
God.
the other thing I was
love
going to
it.
show you is I think this is
The
what,
pump?
What she does in the show with Pump Up the Jam is like a
Okay.
segue.
Ooh,
So here's this.
I love it.
Chinese empire was a powerhouse of intense creativity and philosophical thought, captured in historical documents produced centuries before the release of unrelated Belgian techno anthem Pump Up the Jam.
Yes.
Yes, techno anthem.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. And now pump
Christ's
it.
message read far and wide.
Just a segue.
Almost 2,000 years
And I
before
guess
the
she
release
does
of
it a
Belgian
lot.
techno anthem
amazing.
Pump Up the Jam.
I know. I'm looking at the other songs in the
Funny.
list too. Oh my gosh.
I totally
Art
remember that.
inspired an
Electronic.
intellectual
And then
That's
people did the
incredible.
little
the
robot-y
Enlightenment,
thing to it. Yeah.
during which metrosexual
That's
elitists
hysterical.
published essays that expanded humankind's horizons in a
Okay,
manner
now
that
I
would
just
go
want to watch
unmatched
this.
until the 1989
Right.
release
Allez-vous,
of Belgian
s'il vous
techno
plaît,
anthem, Pump Up the Jam.
So you
Oh my God. That needs to be the new theme song.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Wow. That's
fantastic.
hysterical. I
Well,
like
glad. I'm
her.
glad that that's now in our.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
in our
my
world.
gosh.
Okay.
That's fabulous.
And that is the artist that is in that list
What's
right
his
there.
name? Jelly?
Yeah, Technotronic. Yeah.
Technotronic.
Here, I had it up.
Jelly? Is
It's
it
like,
Jelly?
let's give credit to the artist.
That's right.
For that awesome,
Shout out to Jelly. I think his name
awesome
was Jelly.
tune. Every Pump Up the Jam segue.
That's so
You-
The Jam
YouTube.
is a song by Felly
Oh, Felly.
and Technotronic.
Felly.
Felly and
With an F,
Technotronic.
not Jelly. Felly.
Felly. Like fella.
Like fella.
Oh,
But you say
Okay,
Felly
phenomenal.
because we're speaking in a...
What's British?
We're like Philomena.
That's
I
right.
love it so much.
We speak British accents.
Oh, we could do a whole show in an
Oh, we
accent.
said should.
we totally should do a whole show
Okay,
with our
we are
English accents.
Total theater.
Anglophiles.
Dorks, theater nerds, all the things.
You're also
Yes.
recording on a Friday night. I feel like it's a little punchier in here.
Right? Hey, I love it.
Pump it.
We
Cocktails
really should have
after.
some drinks with us right now.
I have got a very delicious
No, I don't mean
cranberry
that kind
and
of
water.
I have half of a pumpkin spice latte.
Not that kind of drink.
That's right. Because Logan loves the pumpkin spice.
I just want to bring it back.
We are glad. We are glad.
Logan is
he
torturing me
has
right now.
The pumpkin spice over there.
Oh, Lord.
Well, ladies,
Yeah.
should we wrap it up?
I think we
I
should.
think we should.
I think we should.
Right.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know.
Do
I don't know either.
it.
You all know what we're supposed to say.
You
don't
are
need
so
to say
grateful.
it. We are so grateful to the fantabulous Dr. Diana Jones for lighting us up in the last episode with her story, for sharing her truth and her unforgettable spark moment. She gave us a lot to think about, and we are still sitting with it all, as
So
we do.
inspiring.
With so many of these inspiring women.
Oh,
yes.
love it.
So to you, our friends, our listeners, please, listening, remember to keep owning your power, to keep finding your people.
Yes.
And if you are still looking, you know that you have got us, and we're always here.
That's right. We gotcha. If this reflection stirred something in you, pass it on. Share it with your girlies. Send it to your sister, your work wife, your work husband, your welcome buddy. Someone who needs to hear it.
Your posse. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's next. And if you're feeling it, leave us a rating or review. It helps more badass women like you, like us, find their way, and badass men, by the way.
Heck yeah.
Hey,
Some of those.
find your way to this space. And to our listeners, want to let you know this episode was produced by Upload Media Group. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you, Logan.
Thank you.
Love it. Learn more about them at uploadmediagroup.com. Keep that sparkle alive, friends. And we will be very excited to see you next time on
The Power Posse Podcast.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Yeah.